Welcome to Cape Mines. I'm Mika Frankl. August 13th here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Legacy Boxing Promotions is giving us the Lujan Brawl. Two unbeaten young prospects in the main event. Joining us right now is Isaac Anguiano, going to be taking on Abraham Perez. Isaac, sir, thank you for the time. We're about a month away from the fight. How you doing?
Good, really good. Thank you for having me. Getting ready.
Where are you right now? Where's home?
Uh, I'm up in Pomona. That's where we stay at, Pomona, California. Yeah,
And
born
born
and
and raised.
raised. Born and raised Pomona.
Okay, so what's that like growing up in Pomona?
It has its ways. It's nothing really much. There's people they say it's ghetto but that's what I call home. So that's all I can say about it.
How long has boxing been a part of your life?
Uh, I started training like at 14, 15, barely getting into it. But I always like watching movies about boxing and fighting. I like fighting, you know, it's pretty cool. I remember the Rocky movies, my father was a big fan of it. So I saw like Rocky and Apollo. That was it right there. I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. I like it.
Nice, nice. When you started, was that your decision? Was that your dad's decision? Did you go to him and say, "Hey, I want to do this"? How'd that happen?
Uh, I was like 15 at the time, I think. And then I just remember with my mom, I was like, I want to box. And she just took me to the gym. And yeah, it was my decision. She just put me there and they left me. And that's how I got started.
And you just stayed ever since?
Yeah.
Why?
Uh, I'm good at it. That's about it. I like it. It's a very intense sport. And it's like, not everybody can do it.
Now, how long was the amateur journey?
Wasn't that long. Started at 15, and I didn't like. But then I didn't really have a big career in amateur. It just I was a novice fighter, novice. So yeah, never open, I believe.
All right, all right. What led you and the team to the point where you were like, "Yeah, we're gonna turn professional"?
Oh, that's a good question. I just this is what I want to do in my life. This is the only way I see. This is the only thing I see me doing. So it's either stay an amateur for a long time or they just jump to the pros. And that's how we did it. Once I turned 18, I'm like, I want to get a fight already. I want to fight.
When did you make that decision? I'm guessing that it was something that it sounds like you were chomping at the bit to do it as time went on.
Like around 17, 17 already. Like we got to go to the pros. I want to do this for real.
What led to you these first three fights happening down in Tijuana? That's a tough place to start to make your mark.
Oh yeah. They're good fighters, over there they're dogs. They know how to handle business too. But it was a good fights, hard fights going, but we stuck to our stuck to our plans and we came out victorious.
Let us know some of what your style looks like, what you look like in the ring as a fighter.
I don't really know. I You just gotta wait until August 13th to see it. Yeah, you gotta see that.
All right, so you can hide it from us, but are you confident that you know your style, that you have your style that you like, or are you, I guess, multifaceted would be a good way to ask.
Just depends on the fighter. So we like our style and just whatever the fighter gives us, that's what we see. I haven't seen clips on the fighter I'm fighting Abraham. I haven't seen nothing really about him, but we're gonna go in there and just probably put a little pressure. We don't know yet. We just gotta see.
First round then feels like it'll be that feeling out process, getting to know each other then.
Yeah, of course. We don't want to jump the gun on anything. Even as him, like he doesn't want to do anything like that. Always have to have that little respect for each fighter.
People from the outside don't always look at it that way, but how long into your career did it take you to understand that, hey, you can't just go in there, a guns blazing. You have to be methodical about your thought process and not get caught early or do something dumb.
Oh, it was early on in sparrings, like when I was barely starting, because like people think it's like a movie, but it's not. It's a whole different ball game for what people actually see, and then being in the actual ring.
Going into this fight, a main event, what was your thoughts when you saw that you were going to be main event headliner there on the marquee, you're on the poster?
Oh, it was super exciting. It was a great feeling. I'm glad to get this opportunity, Never it's barely gonna be my fourth fight and we're gonna be a main event. So I'm grateful.
You've already done it 3 times in your professional career. You've went on the road, as we mentioned, down in Tijuana. What lessons have you learned about how to handle a crowd and the atmosphere? Because you're obviously not the hometown guy getting the cheers.
Oh yeah. A lot of booze, from there. A lot of everything. Um I like the crowd. It's better. To me personally, it's better. People are booing you or so it's a little let's show them what we can do. And that's what we did. And then we came a long way, from my team and then my family supporting me. So we just think about things like that and just focus on the fighter. Or for me, I had to learn to take in all these moments and then get too, what's the right word? Excited, you can say. So we just gotta keep it like that.
3 fights, but this one, a main eventer against a guy that's also unbeaten. Does the configuration of camp, the rounds, the amount of miles that you're putting in, does any of this stuff change now?
We keep it the same. We put in the work. Every day we train. So it's a hard game. Even when we're not fighting, we're still training. That's how we have to do it.
Expectations for how you're going to perform, how you're going to do here under the bright lights in Albuquerque.
Going to Albuquerque, it's gonna be fun. Going on a plane, so that's gonna be fun too. Never been on one. Um, when it's fight time, it's gonna be different. The settings change. I'm flying out there. It's gonna be a good feeling, and I don't think it's gonna affect any way I perform in my fight.
Does it feel like you're living that pro athlete fighter life that you were imagining, starting to see the country, starting to get out, have big fights?
Yeah, it's actually we're starting to travel now, and that's what we're expecting. We'll go anywhere for a fight. We're not, and yeah, it's starting to live, like you said, the dream of being a professional fighter. It's exciting.
And what's the reaction been like for you there locally, starting to build this name for yourself, get some recognition?
It's a good feeling for all my people too that support me and my fans and my family that support it. I love it for coming up from Pomona. Then people know me around now. It's fun. I have to represent my city, wherever I go. Doesn't matter. I love Pomona, born and raised, and always gonna represent it. It's a part of me.
Do you remember the moment? Because I'm sure there was a moment in sparring, in the gym. There's always that moment that tests a guy. Do you remember when that was for you that really tested whether you wanted to do this or not?
Yeah, I think it was when I was early starting in sparring. One of my older coaches coming with a full grown man, like, but it was just I was like, damn, this is crazy, but just came the next day and never stopped coming.
Can you, if it's possible, describe that love that you have for the sport and the connection that you have to boxing.
Uh, Boxing's a beautiful sport. You know, it's like it's something indescribable. Like these fighters, these pros, like the way we train, you can see it in our eyes. It's different for us when people just go to a gym and actually just hit the bag. Like we're trying something like to beat our craft and to like learn these new things that we're trying to come up as a young fighter. It's I can't I can't live without this sport. Something very I'm passionate about. Just the fight's coming up really close around the corner, and we're there. We're getting there.
Isaac Anguiano, I've thrown a bunch of questions at you today. Thank you for taking the time out to talk to me. And August 13th, can't wait to see you perform, sir.
Yeah, thank you for having me too.